Hello everyone, my name is Naila. I am from 11 MIPA 4 and today I will be showing you how to do two different study methods that I personally use if I have an upcoming exams or tests. Now there are many study methods out there, for example through flashcards, mind mapping, YouTube videos, and so on. But out of all the study methods that I've tried, these two are the most effective, especially if I combine the two of them. So the first method, it's called the Feynman technique. It's where you take something that is very complex and then you translate it into something that is much more simple. So the first step that you need to do is to take out all the materials, your study materials or your notes, and you read it and study it like you usually do. You can do reading, you can do exercises, or anything that you usually do on your study sessions. And then when you finish with all the materials, close it and then try teaching it to someone that doesn't know that material. For example, it can be your friend, your family, or anyone else. But if you're studying alone, you can imagine that you're teaching someone that is much more younger than you. So automatically, you need to use simpler words in order for that person to understand. Now, no matter how much you've read your materials, in the middle of teaching, there must be something that you get stuck on. So that piece of material that you got stuck on in the middle of teaching is something that you need to focus more on. So if you get stuck, just open up your notes again, read that part, review that part again, and then go back to teaching it again. Now the reason why this technique actually works, because it requires you to understand a material very deeply in order to communicate it to someone else. And in this case, you teach it to someone else. So if you cannot put something in simple words, that means that you don't really understand the material well. Now moving on to the second technique, it's called a Pomodoro technique. It is a time management technique developed in the 1980s. It's where you set a timer for 25 minutes and you study for that time period. And then when the timer goes off, you take a 5-minute break. And then it's a continuous cycle where you study and then you take a break, you study and then you take a break. You can actually find these timers online. You can just search up Pomodoro timer, that is Pomodoro, and then it will automatically set the timer for 25 minutes and 5 minutes. Now, this is a very good technique, especially if you need to study for about 5 to 8 hours a day, because it makes it less intimidating, because looking at a 5-minute study session is less intimidating than looking at the 5 hours continuous study session. And also it is very good for your focus, because your brain actually can only focus for about 25 minutes to 45 minutes. So it's important to take breaks in the middle of your study session, especially if it's a long study session. And that is it for the tutorial for those two techniques. Now, just because it is effective on me, it doesn't mean that it will be effective on you. So if it doesn't fit you, that is okay. You can try different study methods online. There are many options online, but it's still worth a try to try these two methods. And that is it from me. Good luck on your test or exams. Goodbye.